Today we're going to talk about fractions. Fractions are an equal part of a whole or equal parts of a whole. It's a number between 0 and 1, so it's a number that's smaller than 1 when you talk about a fraction of one whole. We will get into talking about fractions that can be larger than a whole, but today we're just talking about fractions that are smaller than 1 but larger than 0. In a fraction, you have two parts, two numbers that make it up. The top number, which is called the numerator, that's how many parts are shaded or how many parts are unshaded. And then you have the bottom number, which is called the denominator. The bottom number is one piece broken up, and the denominator tells you how many pieces the whole thing is broken up into. So I have a picture here of a fraction, and you can see it's broken up into two equal parts. Equal is a really important part. Equal means that both parts are the same exact size. If they're not the same exact size, it is really not a fraction just because it's broken up into parts. It has to be equal parts. So, as you can see in this picture, I have one part colored. Because of that, I can say that 1 out of 2, or as we say it when 2 is on the bottom, we use the word half. 1/2 is shaded. I can say that. I can also say that 1/2 is unshaded too, just using what I know. So here I have a picture of a fraction but no fraction number with it. If you know that a fraction makes up two numbers, then we know that we are going to start here. And one thing I want to go back and mention, this thing right here, oh, let me change from crayon. This part right here is called a fraction bar. Fraction bar means that something has been divided. The fraction bar tells you that something has been divided or split. So when we look at this part here and we know that our fraction has two parts, the top number, which tells you how many parts are shaded or unshaded. So if the question is, what fraction is shaded? We know that we're going to count how many pieces are shaded in, and that is going to be our top number. So we have 1, 2, 3 parts shaded in. And the bottom number tells us how many pieces the whole thing has, whether they're shaded or not. How many are there all together that makes up the whole shape? So if we count, we can see 1, 2, 3, 4 parts of this. So because there are 4 parts in the whole, we want to put 4 on the bottom. So our fraction reads 3/4. You always put a TH on the end of your word when you're dealing with fractions, except when you say 1/2 or 1/3. So we could add that TH to the end, except for when we say 1/2 or 1/3, because those are different kind of numbers. But TH is what we add to the end of our words. 1/4, 1/5, 1/8, 1/12. All of those have that. And so this is fractions. This is just a basic understanding of fractions. We'll stop here and we'll continue our understanding in the future.